Well, ladies and gentlemen. Look what came in the post today. Woo-wee! Actually, this is like one of the very first times I've ever got lucky, but Battlefield 6 came early for me, guys. It's supposed to be released tomorrow. I got my copy the day before, so I thought we'll just jump into it. We'll just jump in and we'll see. We'll have a look at the menus. We'll just have a look at everything and we'll take it all in. We'll take it all in, man. Battlefield 6. Here we go. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I was checking the tracking on this, it wasn't actually supposed to be delivered until tomorrow. And then I checked my letterbox and boom, there it was, just hanging there. So I mean, I'm not going to say no to an early copy, you know. So here we are at the very first screen in the Battlefield menu. So I'll just be kind of going over everything on like the menus and the way everything looks. I did jump on earlier just to tweak my settings in terms of like sensitivity and stuff, just so I'm ready to go when the game launches and, you know, I can actually get the servers going, sort of thing. So let's just have a look at it. The first thing I want to just jump into, obviously it's got to be firing range, right? It's the main reason we're here. Man, does that not just... Oh yes, here we fucking go. By the way, Battlefield is back. So the actual firing range obviously hasn't really changed that much, to be perfectly honest, but so let's have a look at the full thing just kind of from the left hand side there. So we've got bullet in there, training grounds, featured, multiplayer and community. I'm guessing is like the portal stuff. It looks like it. So got the community stuff there. That's cool. Browse the servers there. We've actually got people playing right now. That's actually kind of crazy. Like, I don't want to jump into it just in case, but there's actually servers there. That's pretty cool, man. Multiplayer. They still get this kind of horrendous UI, I'm not going to lie. It's not a good UI in my opinion, but attack and defense, CQB lockdown, escalation, conquest, breakthrough, all-out warfare, closed weapon, all-out warfare, and CQB attrition. So you've kind of got your small warfare there. I think it's like 8v8 or something. I'm not entirely sure. I played it once in the beta, so I was more interested in the large-scale stuff. So I'm kind of surprised they actually stuck with this UI, to be perfectly honest, because I thought they would maybe have changed it, because there was some people, like obviously the closed weapon, all-out warfare is like kind of hidden away, because they're going to have that like that open weapon class and then closed weapon, and some people like closed better than open, so they've kind of tucked away kind of at the edge of the screen, which, to be honest, I wish they would just make it vertically, you know. For me it's just a personal thing. But the next thing we've noticed right at the top here, notice the campaign will be available on October the 10th, 3 PM UTC. I think the servers go live for 4 PM UK wise on the 10th of October, so that's obviously tomorrow. Kind of the kind of right hand screen here, we've got XP boost as well, so you've got double XP career and double XP hardware, and that last one looks as if it's locked, so I'm not entirely sure what that is, but like kind of double weapon XP or double XP is going to be available. So one thing I have noticed, obviously, when you do go on this, XP boosters stack and count down in real time, so they don't actually count down in game time, which is a bit of a bummer, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was kind of hoping that was going to be in game time. So at the bottom left hand side here, we've got XP modifiers, so you're getting plus 5% for each stack here. So if you own Battlefield 6, you're getting 5%, join a party, you'll get 5%, and then if you join a party with 2 plus PlayStation Plus subscribers, you'll also get a 5% bonus on top of that. So that potentially is like a 15% bonus XP, basically for playing with couple of PlayStation folk, which is quite nice. Obviously, if you're wanting to go day one and you're wanting to go hard on the leveling, then you're going to need to squad up with a couple of homies in the PlayStation. We're going to the loadout section now, where we can have a look at the different classes. So we've got Assault, Engineer, Support, Recon. You can change your appearance, and you can also look at the vehicles and customize your vehicles. Going into the Assault class, you can actually see they've got the training paths here, so you can pick Breacher, which has obviously got like some perks for using that, and then you've got front frontliner, sorry, which also has like a different kind of set of perks. So, but it does say, if you notice, unlock through assignment Assault 2, which is in part of the challenges, which we'll come to. So there is a bit of leveling up that you need to do within the Assault class, so you can get this next training path. So we'll have a look at the gadgets now here. So I can see the gadget. The first one I'm seeing is a shotgun, and oh my god, if you played the beta, the shotgun was naughty, absolutely naughty. Assault ladder, this is for gadget 2. Assault ladder, breaching projectile launcher, pretty cool. High explosive launcher, thermobaric grenade launcher, this was a bit of a pain in the beta as well. Deploy beacon, and then you've got a incendiary round shotgun, which to me, that is screaming noob, and I am all for it, man. I can't wait to unlock that. And for melee, we have combat knife, sledgehammer, and we've got a hunting knife. As far as I remember with this challenge, this was actually something you unlock through the campaign. I'll double check that, don't quote me right now on that, but I'm pretty sure that was something that I've seen. Obviously, the one thing we're going to be using the most is the different weapons in it, so let's have a quick look at the different weapons and what they've kind of got to offer. So again, obviously I've not played it, so I've not unlocked everything, but we'll just have a quick skim through a lot of the attachments you've got here. Loads of different sights you can use. Flash hiders there. Again, different suppressors. What else we got here? Different barrels. Again, different vertical grips, different grips in general. It's obviously it's like the beta, except there's just more. 30 round, 40 rounds, 40 fast rounds. Different kind of ammo types. I don't know if you can see it right here. It might be my camera, might be hanging it, but that looks as if that's like your kind of mastery level, or that's like the weapon level, or whatever that is. So that's quite interesting. Here we've got camos. Now, this is probably what people want to see the most, right? Camos. Quite a lot of pretty cool camos here. I don't think these actually like kind of far out the whole unrealistic camos. You know, they are pretty down to the ground, if I do so say myself. But the approach it looks as if they're taking with these is, I'm noticing some of the camos these are going to be like kind of the unified camos, I guess, that kind of go across all types of weapons. Because this one says unlocked at PSR Mastery 30. The PSR I think is a sniper, so it looks as if, you know, there's different ones. Like if you level up a gun to a certain level or get to that, then you'll unlock other camos. But they are looking pretty nice. Hive, that one's kind of sick, man. I quite like that. I'm just having a quick gander through them just to have a look. Obviously there's so many different ones. That looks, I mean, I am getting fall camo vibes from the OG MW2. That's what I get from that. That's pretty nice, man. Vapor, whiptail, and then you've got kind of your snow camos here. Again, all different kind of variants there. Oh, they look pretty sick, man. I'm not gonna lie. Naval, kind of your bluish colours. But you're noticing when I'm going across all the different camos, it's unlocked at a different weapon once you get that to a certain level. Now, I believe there is like a mastery grind for these weapons, which you can see. I'll go back to that actually. I'll go into that and have a look. But here's some of the miscellaneous camos here. See, I'm quite happy with a lot of these camos. Like, they're not like, you know, the blueprints that you would get in like Call of Duty, where they're all sort of animated and there's shit happening. Like, I feel like that kind of breaks a little bit. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. RPKM. So when the game comes out, I will be grinding for that, because that is sick. I really like that camo. That black and white, the burst of red in there, that is pretty nasty, man. I love that. So we'll have a look at the charms next. You can just see them just below my webcam here, but there's like kind of bullets, there's tanks, snipers, and at least if some of them are unlocked at a certain level. This one says it's unlocked at rank 86, so that's going to be quite a bit of a grind there. And stickers, you can put them on your guns here. Some of them are locked, again, some of them are currently unavailable. That's what you get for the Phantom Edition. So yeah, quite cool. Obviously I would imagine as the game kind of goes on, the more you unlock. I actually quite like this sticker, believe it or not, rank 94. It's got that traditional style tattoo style to it. I love that, man. That's really quite cool. So when you actually go in and view your assault rifles, or you view your weapons here, there's actually like, it shows you some mastery camos here. I think as far as I know, this is like kind of one of the, like the kind of bronze or the gold style camo, if I'm right in saying that is. But again, I like how kind of sleek it is. I'm quite a sort, like, for me, like sort of minimalism or just like bursts of colour within certain things are more my sort of style. Like I tend to sort of go towards that. But again, you can see it with different things there. I think these are like the kind of mastery camos that you get, like kind of level up. So this looks to be, I don't know if it's bronze or gold, I'm not entirely sure, but it's quite nice, man. Like I said, really minimalistic, and it's very, very nice. Aye, quite a lot of different assault rifles, man. I think there was, that's 8 assault rifles here. Carbines, we've got, 7? We've got 8 SMGs, 8 LMGs, 4 DMRs, 3 snipers, and obviously your 3 shotguns. I'll just briefly kind of go through each assault rifle so you can have a wee kind of sneak peek at it. Obviously, I don't want to spend too long on each of them because there is quite a lot of different guns and whatever to get through. So, but as you can see, some of them are locked through challenges and leveling up. So, we've got Carbine there, your M4. That was quite good in the beta, actually. I quite liked that. AK-205, SG-553R, QBZ, GRTBC. I actually can't wait to start using a lot of these weapons, man. UMG-40, SL-9, SCW-10, KV-9, USG-90. So it looks as if, I don't know, I'm not really a huge like gun nerd, so I don't know if these are like the actual names of some of these weapons. I just remember as like your kind of MP5s, P90 and Vector and all that, like SVDM, SVK 8.6, LMR-27. These are your DMRs. And we've got sniper rifles here, SV98, PSR. I heard this was going to be quite naughty. I've heard the hard hitting, unlocked through assignment Deadeye 2. We'll have a wee look at them in uno momento. And there you go. That one says already equipped because I've got that in my gadget, so that'll be why it says that. Now let's have a look at the pistols, or your kind of sidearms. So you've got 4 sidearms: P18, ES 5.7, M45A1 and M44. That was actually, like, as much as Battlefield 2042 sucked, I enjoyed using the revolver. I thought that was quite cool. But also the way they tried to balance this, like, depending on what class you play, obviously you get different, like, sort of perks and stuff. So there we go. Here's like the kind of training path for the engineer. They've got sort of different paths. Gadgets, what have we got here? A couple of rocket launchers, vehicle supply crate, M4A1 slam, EOD bot, PTK 1R, anti-vehicle mine. So it looks like you get 4 different launchers that do different things here. Again, 2 gadgets, your throwables, AV grenade, mini grenade, frag grenade. Yeah, at any point during this, guys, feel free to pause the video because I might have skipped over it, or I might not have looked into it in enough depth for you. Absolutely fine, but I wanted to get as much information out there as I possibly could throughout this. So there we go. Gadget 1, you get your defib, grenade intercept system. So the one thing I do quite like is they've got like the name up the top. So this is what it does, but here's the name of it just underneath it. I quite like that, so when you're like kind of looking at it quickly, it's quite good. That's your smoke grenade launcher, airburst launcher, supply pouch. I wonder if they all get the same secondary. Yeah, okay, they've all got the same then. Did I have a look at this? Fire support. Yep, so they've all got different style of perks and shit. So you can have a wee look through that. And lastly, we have recon. So you've got sniper there, or you've got spec ops. All get different like kind of perks to it. But the way they've tried to kind of push you into playing that class with a certain weapon is you do get like a bonus perk for playing the sniper and recon, for example. you do get extra perks with that. So laser designator, recon drone, tracer dart, claymore, sniper decoy. I always thought these are quite cool. They're quite funny looking. And C4. I wonder if they buffed them because they were quite weak. I've not had a chance to look through like the kind of patch notes or anything that they had for the game, so I am completely blind to that, unfortunately. So you get proximity detector, throwing knife. I'll have a quick look at the appearances, so you can have a look at. We've got the Coyote Squad here, United Albion, the Desert Locusts. Obviously they've all got kind of different skins, but again, I think you level these guys up by doing different challenges, possibly leveling up as well. But again, not a lot is unlocked for me at the moment because I don't have anything. Obviously you can customize it here. Bramble, quite nice. In fact, we'll just go through here. Land vehicle expert. Okay, so using like your tanks and whatever else. So you've got a few different oh, okay, that's pretty sick. What's this? System override unlocked as a promotional reward. Okay, I think that's one of the skins that I've seen that is kind of out there, but I don't even think it's that bad. I don't even think it's that bad. I actually think you'd probably disadvantage using that because you're quite out in the open. So then you go, that's the Phantom skin, the Phantom Edition skin. You've got Gravedigger here, so this is the Tombstone pre-order pack. You can obviously switch factions as well. You can switch over to Pax Armata, which have got different, they've got different skins as well. The one thing I have done is I have changed my skin for this one. So this one's kind of got the bit of the purple on it. I don't know if this was like a Twitch reward or something. I'm not entirely sure. I'm assuming it is because the purple's on it. I'm assuming it is. But you've got a few different ones here. I quite like the style of this character. Again, that's pretty sick, man. That is so sick. Let's have a look at the recon, actually. I didn't actually look at the recon in the other one. Let's quickly go over here and we'll have a look at the recon skins. So I've equipped the Evergreen one. That's a standard issue. Not really noticing a massive difference over here unless I'm pretty blind. Oh yeah, okay, I notice a slight difference in. Aerial combat expert, so that'll be like your jets and shit, helicopters maybe. Ooh, that's kind of giving sort of samurai vibes, isn't it? It's kind of giving samurai vibes. Seeker, unlocked by completing the open beta challenges. Oh, I didn't get it. I think that's the one you had to play for Battlefield 2042, right? God damn it. I wish I'd played that game a wee bit more. In fact, no, I don't. It was not good. So you can put some patches on your characters as well. This is pretty neat, pretty sick. In fact, let me go through them just a wee bit slower for you so you can see them. You might only be able to see them a little bit because of my webcam, but we'll roll with it. There we are. And we'll have a look at the vehicles as well. So main battle tank here. You can obviously create different loadouts for your tank or whatever you want. Anti-personal, high explosive, aim guided. So a few different things here. Ideal for certain engagements. Projectile intercept, emergency repair. Reinforced plating, enhanced loading, optimized handling. Heavy machine gun, light machine gun, grenade launcher. And then you've got countermeasures, mine countermeasures, so that detects like your C4 and mines and stuff. Obviously, if you switch over the factions, it's I think everything's the same in terms of what you can put on it, but like the style of the tanks and whatnot are different. So that's quite cool. Lock guided light rockets. Pretty much the same sort of stuff. Target and jammer, reinforced plating, systems upgrade. Again, if you notice there, you've got the mastery stuff, level 15. And then for your gunner, you get heavy machine gunner, grenade launcher, remote weapon and such. That's quite cool. Again, there's just switched over from NATO to Pax Armata. You just changed the mounted weapon. Oh, skins, here we go. Damn! If you're level 50 with this baddie, you get that. That's crazy, man. Looks like you're getting some skins with your vehicles. Anti-air. Systems upgrade. Man, honestly, there's a bunch of stuff here. I know I'm kind of skipping through quite a bit of it because, again, there's quite a lot into the game here. You get helicopters, change the different rockets, target detection, radar system, improved armor. My god, man, I'm really looking forward to jumping into this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so looking forward to it. Transport heli. God damn. I think just the inside of that have changed. So there's your NATO attack jet. There's your Pax Armata. So that, again, pretty sick looking. So it's not letting me change anything like that so far. Fighter jet. Whoa. Do you know it's a pity I can't actually control these things because they look so cool. Honestly, they look so cool there. So that's it for that. Let's have a look at some of the challenges that we've got now, right? So it looks as if they're down daily, weekly assignments and campaign. So daily, what have we got here? Get kills with carbines, score as recon, and complete any match in any game mode. So you're getting several thousand XP for that. To be honest, this will be a piece of piss. This is... Obviously, when you're on the leveling grind, you want to get these out the road as much as you can. It looks as if these refresh in 7 hours, which is funny because the game isn't out yet, technically. So, you've got your weekly ones here. Complete matches in multiplayer, resupply teammates. There's one for Rush. So again, these are like general ones that you would get just from playing the game anyway. But again, you can't even look, it's only got week 1 so far, so you can't even take a wee sneak peek ahead. But they've also got like a kind of, the weekly challenge is the bonus one, where if you do 7 weekly missions, you'll unlock this one and you'll get 10,000 XP, so that's quite cool. So there is an incentive there to do your challenges, to then do the bonus challenge, which grants you quite a lot of XP. Again, here's some other kind of challenges that you've got here. Not going to go through, again, the ins and outs of it, because there's quite a lot of them. But there's different variants of it, like kind of distance travelled, deploying squad mates. That's something that will happen anyway. I mean, there's one for small modes, large modes. Let's have a quick look at the weapon ones. Rapid fire, inflict damage with assault rifles, get kills with that weapon, and then once you get to that, you'll unlock this player card title, Skirmisher. So you do get stuff for using certain weapons and obviously leveling it up basically, so you'll get some stuff here. There's a hardware XP booster, Deadeye, player titles, so it looks like you're getting titles and you're getting a few different things from there. Let's have a look at the classes then. Again, this is just generally stuff that you would get from playing the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, for some of them, look at this, for example, Engineer Specialist, right? Deploy the vehicle supply crate, you'd probably end up using that anyway. Destroy aircraft. You tend to, if you're picking Engineer, you're picking rocket launchers, you're taking stuff out the air. But once you get to the Engineer 3, you'll get character skins, titles, badges. So there's a lot here to do, guys. A lot to do. And it'll change it up a wee bit. Like, so if you're really wanting to go for different skins and you're wanting to get different things for your guns, your operators, then you're going to need to do a mix match of everything here. There's one for headshots. One for headshots, one for explosives. So it's really trying to get you to play every style possible. I mean, which is a good thing if you think about it, because you don't want to be stuck playing the one thing all the time. It kind of gets you out there. And then last but not least, we have the profiles, which you can see here. There's the full profile here. You get score, kills, KD ratio, revives, badges, dog tags. So honestly, there's a bunch of stuff here. Rendezvous. Destroy an enemy aircraft while exiting and re-enter your aircraft mid-air using the unguided rocket launcher. Looks as if they've actually got stuff in here from some clips that they were from previous battlefields there, so that's quite cool. Can you imagine flexing your Rendezvous dog tag? That'd be quite cool, man. Last but not least, we have our settings here. I don't think anything's really changed. Like, there's not anything new that I've noticed other than the campaign section here. For settings, it's probably going to take you a good 15-20 minutes, half an hour to get through all the settings and change it and dial in how you like it. One thing that did happen though is they didn't save from the open beta, so if you can't remember your settings, you're going to need to go through it and individually go through it again. If you can, fantastic, or you can do what most people do and just watch some YouTubers controller guide or whatever. There'll probably be loads of them up as of tomorrow, so you won't be shy in finding any. But aye, this is everything Battlefield 6 related as of the day before the game has released. We've had a look at the menus, we've had a look at the in-depth of different parts of the menu, all the guns that are available, all the skins, all the vehicles, challenges. We've had a look at everything here, folks. So if you have enjoyed the video, please drop me a wee like, that would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you want to see some more Battlefield content in here. Obviously we'll be posting a bunch of different Battlefield stuff over here, so make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. But I appreciate you guys watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.